Well, let's start with the questions.
Sí.
Voy a leerle algunas preguntas que tenemos, que nos hicieron en la semana, que
Sí.
nos escribieron. Nada, que bueno, básicamente nos la mandaron ustedes, muchos de ustedes que están ahora mismo.
Sí.
Yo las tengo acá. Preguntan algo de Trezor ahí. ¿Qué dice?
What's the treasure flyer in your wall? Yeah, this one. It was yeah. It doesn't mean anything to me. Like I mean, like I didn't play there, but like it was a night where I met a person who's like related to my music path, so I wanted to keep it and just hang it there, and that's it. Nothing like I didn't play there.
Bueno, la primera, la voy a decir primero en español, después en inglés. Le preguntaron cuándo es que cree o cómo siente él que una melodía que crea va a ser un hit. How do you know that a melody you create will be a hit?
Well, I think like my experience is like I make music, and then when something is working, when something is cool, you feel it, like by instinct. I don't know how to explain, but it's literally like something you have, you feel. Then in this particular question, when they ask me, how do you know that the melody you create will be a hit? Yeah, you also know this one, but most of the time when you make a good melody, the thing you should be taking care of is concretize the idea, which is not always easy, because you can make the best melody in the world, but then you're not able to make like the whole musical concept cool, to let the fit, and I think you get how you say capacity, like with the time, with experience.
Ok, lo que menciona es que, bueno, primero que nada, el hecho de que una melodía que a él le guste llegue o no, en primer parte lo siente y si él siente que le gusta y que está bueno, avanza. Y en segundo término también menciona que es muy importante que a esa melodía, a esa idea que él tiene, rodearla musicalmente bien y que no sea simplemente una melodía, me imagino, sino también una textura, una batería que esté acorde. Y por último mencionó que también eso se logra con el tiempo, que no es algo que es de la noche a la mañana, digamos.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Número 2. Voy a unir las dos porque creo que se pueden unir. Le preguntaron cuáles son sus inspiraciones mientras compone y cuál es tu método creativo. Which are your inspirations while composing and which is your creative method?
So I mean, from my opinion, like my method, it's like I get inspired by a lot of books, movies, videos, or listening to other artists' music. Like I mean, as you can see, like before on my desk, there was this one, which is like a warp DVD, and I used to watch this video clip, like musical video clip, like FX Twin and stuff like that.
Yes.
To get inspired, and also I have to say, like last year and a half ago, I was contacted by a movie director to make soundtrack for his movie. So for me, it's really like imagination, and I have to. Then I have an idea in my head, like an image, and then I make music on, and then I get into the details, like step.
Perfecto. Primero que nada mencionó que tiene un DVD de música que le gusta, que lo tiene ahí y lo usa.
No es que tengo un DVD, es que depende. Cada vez me veo un DVD o me voy, ¿no?
Ok. No es uno solo, son varios.
Sí, eso es uno que estamos mirando este día para hacer un track. at
Ok,
all.
bueno, básicamente también busca inspiración en otras cosas, ese es el mensaje, digamos, en otros DVDs, en otros artistas, en otros discos, lo que sea que esté bueno y que le guste, lo usa como inspiración. Y lo segundo que habías mencionado, no me acuerdo, the second part,
As
dijiste.
a libro book.
Ah, libro.
I have
Y lo
read.
contactó una
Ah,
persona que hace películas.
sí, sí.
Que hace películas y bueno, nada, ahí imagínense que el nivel de imaginación y composición tiene que ser muy elevado, así que nada, también eso me imagino que le sirvió a la hora de tener ideas y demás. Do you have some classic creative method, like always the same, or you are just...
No, it's really changing because sometimes I'm even stuck and I'm not able to make music as well. So sometimes I can force myself to and say, okay, I need to do it anyway, even though and then it works. Sometimes it doesn't work, so I need to go out for a walk. I have to
Okay,
go out for driving with the car, playing some music, or go, any kind of things. But mostly, like I feel like Netflix nowadays is super cool because you have so many documentaries, and
okay,
I find, for example, inspiration from watching even I don't know the Michael Jordan one that was there like these
okay,
days. Like I
yes,
like the competition kind of things.
okay,
So
okay,
like I like this kind of things. I don't know. I can
buenísimo.
find I can find inspiration whatever like Formula One. Really, it's like doesn't matter. It's like really like the message that you get, even
Okay.
video games, and that's it.
Perfecto. Bueno, ahí nada, mencionó algo que nos pasa a todos, que es que a veces uno no tiene la inspiración y sale a caminar, a andar en auto, lo que sea, y después vuelve. Y nada, menciona que también es muy interesante utilizar Netflix a través de los documentales. Él menciona que lo inspiró quizás hasta producir el de Michael Jordan por la cuestión de la competición y de cómo él jugaba y cómo se lo tomaba, así que él busca inspiración en varias cosas. Bien.
En todo, basically.
Buenísimo. Vamos con, a ver, es interesante, porque here in Argentina we have digamos, certain complications when we want to buy a synthesizer because of the change of the
Yeah, yeah, sure.
peso and dollar. So, uno pregunta, tres plugins para abajo, three bass plugins that you like, if you have. I know you are a synth guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show you like a project I was working on, which is like on
Okay.
Ableton. So as you can see, I'm not using so many plugins, but I want to show you the one I use the most. I mean, I have almost everything, but I show you. So basically, these are my plugins, and I have a lot, but I mostly use a lot of waves thing. But for bass, what I can recommend, it's for sure the where is it? I have a tal. There's the tal baseline. This one of my favorite. It's wait a sec. You don't see it because it's in the other. Yes, this one. It's one of my favorite. It's like a 101 VST, and you have a sequencer. You have any kind of things, and I really love SH101. So this is like one of the most simple and true VST plugin for bass for sure.
Okay.
Then, for example, I have even to think because I'm not such a plugin user.
I know that. I will write down in the chat the name of
Yeah,
the plugin.
yeah. Then
The
I have
baseline SH101.
this one as well. It's like a Juno. This one. I mean, these are all free, so maybe
Son
it's
gratis.
see it's on this one as well. I really like the. It's a sampler. It's super easy stuff, but you will learn with the time that it's not important which synth or which plugin you use. It's how you use that.
Ok, es muy
right?
importante que nada, ya después con el tiempo se dan cuenta, dice que no es tan importante qué synth en particular, sino cómo lo utilizan. Y antes había mencionado también que utiliza mucho los plugins de Waves. Nada, para quien conozca al
Yeah,
respecto lo tenga en cuenta.
that's it.
There you go. Perfect.
Like
Um,
for example, I don't even use so much plugins to make bass, but what I do a lot is like playing with the samples when I record a sound or whatever. I just took it down and tune it down, and you create different
ok,
sound
ok.
like this. And for example, what I've done in one of I create a new sound myself by recording a robot, like a dust robot. The
Ok. Yes, 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 yes. The cleaning robot.
Yeah, the cleaning robot. I recorded the sound, and then I made some new things, and then I use it as a drum percussions
Ok.
and also bass, of course.
Lo que menciona también, que me parece muy interesante, es que no siempre crea un bajo desde un bajo, sino sampleando algún sonido, tomando algún sonido, como por ejemplo del robot aspiradora, y lo tunea hacia abajo, obviamente, para que suene más grave, y lo utiliza como bajo. Entonces, lo que él dice es que no siempre utiliza un bajo para hacer un bajo, básicamente, samplea mucho.
Sí, porque así puede crear algo nuevo, diferente.
Bien, buenísimo.
Yeah, because the mission as an artist is to create something new, not like
Obvio.
try to do the obvious thing and what everybody does. So
Perfecto.
there's not like a kind of rule that you need to use this plugin and stuff. But for example, plugin wise, I will recommend everyone also the Arturia, I say Arturia collection.
Sí.
There are so many. You have Dig 7, there's a lot. And yeah, I have to mention, I was experimenting a lot with the Max for Live devices,
Ok.
which is really interesting because then it makes the whole studio like a huge modular system. So you can tweak all kinds of sounds. And that's
Ok.
the concept. I
Bien.
mean, if you're looking for something fresh, something, and that's the way I think. I mean,
Ok.
that's the way.
Primero mencionó que hay ciertos plugins de Arturia que son la colección, que son los emuladores del Moog, como el que tengo acá atrás, o los modulares, o el ARP 2600 también que tengo acá atrás, que le gustan. Y también menciona que utilizó Max for Live, no sé si alguno lo conoce, pero bueno, utilizó Max for Live para unir y hacer de todo su estudio como un gran modular porque le permite unir todo. Bien, vamos a la 5. Acá le preguntan cuál fue su primer encuentro con un artista electrónico. Yo creo que se menciona a un artista electrónico que ya esté en el mercado como famoso. I believe this question is, which was your first approach with
Yeah,
an
I got
successful, I believe, electronic artist?
like it's not super clear. That means that when was the first time I met an artist, like just talking or just collaborating or what?
I
That's
believe just talking or collaborating,
okay.
as you want.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll tell you both stories. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, Matty Johnson. Yeah, Matty Johnson. I see in the comments for sure is one of the. I was one of love, of course. I was probably 14 or something, and I saw him live close to my place. I was almost not allowed to go to clubs, and then my cousin brought me in a club. So Matthew there with this huge mixer, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. And then I took so much um, because he does a lot of different projects. So that's why I do Agents of Time, I do my solo things. Like I took inspiration also in the way an artist behave, and an artist like you can build your career, but you can take and grab different like inspirations also about how you want to do it, the path, you know, like. And so, you know, Matthew Jones was for sure my first artist that I've seen live, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I was like, I want to do the same when I will grow. I want to play live with machines. So this was like a big motivation for me.
Bueno,
And then,
nada, como dijo ahí, fue Matthew Johnson cuando era muy chico, lo vio tocar live con una mixer gigante, y bueno, ahí fue cuando dijo que quería hacer eso y que lo sorprendió muchísimo y fue como su gran inspiración. Bien, la sexta, Is Coming an Agents of Time album?
well, probably yes, and but for sure it's coming also my solo album I'm working on.
Okay.
It's gonna be 2021, and you know I'm working on both projects at the moment, and yeah, but mostly during the quarantine, I was in my place here, just making my own music, and you know,
Excellent.
I've done a remix for a Belgium band, like rock band. It's gonna come out in July.
Okay.
There's a track from that I'm gonna release on album as well in July. And yeah, and Agents of Time, we're producing that in February, so we still have to go back at work.
Okay.
So right now, yeah.
Perfecto. Nada, menciona que lógicamente por la cuarentena está laburando mucho en su proyecto solista, está trabajando un álbum, ya terminó un remix de una banda de rock y lo va a largar en Elum en julio, y que bueno, lógicamente al no poder trabajar con todos los chicos de Agents of Time, bueno, por el momento no aparece un álbum en el corto plazo. Bueno, 7, esta me interesa. For you, the best budget music production equipment out there. Los mejores, para nosotros es muy importante, los mejores equipos no tan caros que hay para comprar.
Okay, so for sure, first of all, the Novation Bus Station 2. Like, I will do like a kit of 3, like, you know, for me, like the Novation for sure. Then I will really recommend the Volca FM, because it's really like, it gives you a lot of possibilities, and you know, it's emulating scenes and stuff. And maybe another boutique, the SH101, like the boutique one, is really cool. These are not so expensive, so I mean, but still they allow you to experiment, and you know, like put your hands on real synthesizers. So
Okay.
I in general recommend to buy like analog stuff, not because I'm like crazy and like, no, it's because the analog sound, you will notice afterwards that feeling of the, you know, of the track, of the sound, like more complete and more consistent, which is, you know, it's something you will notice later on, once you will your ear is gonna be like more trained, you know.
Okay. Primero que nada, recomienda arrancar con hardware porque bueno, él siente que llega un momento que el oído se da cuenta cuando es un sonido analógico frente a uno digital, y que quizás ahora no, pero más adelante van a poder escuchar esa diferencia entre algo natural analógico frente a lo digital. Y nada, los que les mencioné acá abajo, Novation Bus Station, Volca FM y los Roland Boutique, que están todos realmente muy buenos, así que coincido. Bien, ya... ¿Cómo?
For like a small budget, these are...
Yes, of course. The last one. How do you feel about this lockdown in terms of music industry? This quarantine.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know. Nobody knows. We can all think and, you know, imagine. But I'm watching some parties going on right now. I'm watching, you know, the booking agency are doing again some bookings in Europe. And here, for example, where I live, there are 0 cases. So still, it's not allowed to party, but there are like so many private parties, and I have the feeling like right now it's getting better. We don't know if it's gonna come a second wave, but for sure, as I was talking to Mateo today, there was I can feel it's like kind of scared and some stuff like that. I was the same when I was at your stage, because you know Argentina now is really at the peak time and anything. And
Yes.
of course, you lost the hope in a way. But
Yes.
don't be sad, guys. I mean, like, trust me, it's gonna get better, and we are gonna come back dancing and having fun together.
Excelente. Bueno, nada, ahí menciona un poco bueno, que para ellos ya un poco ha pasado el tema del coronavirus, que algunas fiestas más chicas y privadas y clandestinas están sucediendo, pero que aún está el miedo y la duda de no saber si va a haber una segunda ola y demás. Y nada, hoy que estamos hablando nosotros, me dijo que esto que estamos ahora viviendo nosotros, de la angustia, del pico y de todo, que ya lo pasaron ellos y que nada, que pasa, que todo pasa y que vamos a volver a bailar y hacer quilombo. Bueno, voy a habilitar algunas preguntas, ahora sí, si quieren me pueden escribir algunas dudas por chat, lo que sea, yo voy a estar leyendo acá desde Zoom. Quería que nos cuentes, antes de las preguntas, I want to talk about we talked about the sound of an artist and the be truth with yourself. I want to talk about that. I think that is really interesting. Nosotros hablamos hace un rato hoy probando todo y me mencionó algo muy interesante de su sonido y lo que él considera importante para los artistas, que me gustaría que lo cuente.
See, I mean, like, I believe like we can stay here and talk about many different factors, and like you can learn how to use the software as the, the best as you can, all the machines and stuff. But I think we are here all for getting to a point where you can, you know, I don't know, be an artist and like make from your passion your real job, kind of. I mean, I was there in the position where all of you are now, and I believe it's the best advice. It's just to, yes, focus on the technical side, but also don't get lost too much on this. You know, on this, you should get lost on creating your own identity, creating your own sound, and you know, like, and make the best out of it. You know, like, this is my advice.
Perfecto. No, lo que él menciona es que está bueno el hecho de tener los conocimientos técnicos de los sintes y demás, pero que es súper importante que sean, digamos, fieles a lo que les nace y a lo que les gusta, que nada, en definitiva es lo que los va a llevar a estar en el lugar que quieren, y nada, que no pierdan un poco de vista eso. Y nada, que también menciona que él sabe y está en la posición de la gente que recién arranca, porque justo nosotros hablábamos también que él está lanzando o comenzando fuerte con su proyecto solista, cuando podría descansar en la gloria quizás de Agent of Time. Él lanza su proyecto solista y sin ningún problema va como de nuevo de cero. That we talk about that you are starting again and
Yeah,
okay.
like I was telling him, like, I'm someone who wants to always push himself to get new stimulation, you know, like new challenge. I want to challenge myself to get, you know, out of comfort zone every time, because once you like feel safe, and you know, then you're making a mistake. You should be always pushing and trying to you know, reach a certain level of, you know, self-confidence, and you know, artistical vision. You know, it's all the things that you really need to, as an artist, work on, you know. So at the moment, like, I was doing Agents of Time, then, you know, lockdown comes in, and you know, I want to do also my own things, and also because it's good to have to be able to work with two other artists and create a sound, and then you go by your own and you do your things, and then maybe collaborating with other artists. I even, as I mentioned before, I did something with a movie director, which is an artist as well, but in a different discipline. So it gave me, you know, this capability to create sounds watching a a picture, watching a video, you know. So it stimulated my imagination, you know. So it's really important, extremely important as an artist. You should never stop. You should always research new things and, you know.
Ok, bueno, nada, ahí menciona que siempre trata de ir por cosas nuevas y de conseguir inspiración, en este contaba de la película, y que como artista la idea no es detenerse y quedarse, sino siempre estar buscando cosas nuevas y experimentando y probando, y no quedarse con lo que uno sabe que funciona y demás, sino ir mejorando y creando cosas nuevas, básicamente. Bien. Vamos con la primera pregunta que pusieron acá.
Yeah.
Sí. In which you will invest? Mother 32 Move, FAM, Korg Volca, or Electron Digitone, if you have the money. If you Fedele, I give you the money. I think it's like $1,000, those prices.
No, it's like it's really less. Like Korg Volca is 100 euros. I mean, it depends on your budget, but I mean, between those three, for sure, I will go for the digital, like the Electron, for sure. It gives you more possibilities and, you know, for sure.
Okay, perfecto, clarísimo. What would you say to a live set group who's in their first steps? Do you use the push for live set? What can they use? I know this guy, Emilio, lo conozco, and he's starting a live set, and I believe he wants some recommendations to new guys that are starting a live set.
Well, the best recommendation I can give, I was in that step before when I was young. So even with Andrea and with Luigi, we were like searching for a kind of way to perform our live set. But we started in a way, we ended up doing it directly, completely different, no? So basically, it's just the strength of a group of playing live is gonna be your strength. Also, once you're gonna make music in the studio. So I believe you should really do a lot of effort to find your own method, and you build your own method concerning like what are the capability of each person of the group. So if someone is better at, I don't know, the drums, you let him do the drums. You have to think a setup for a band, of course, or like a duo. It's like a band, like a real band. And instead of using guitars, that's what we do,
Ok. Básicamente lo que menciona es que tienen que pensar muy bien la cuestión de qué va a tocar cada uno y qué va a hacer cada integrante, que tienen que pensarlo como una banda y que se enfoquen en lo que mejor hacen, digamos, si es la parte de batería, la parte de sintes, y que nada, lo trabajen y lo piensen como una banda, básicamente, que lo trabajen de esa manera y nada, hay mucho para trabajar y muchas cosas para explorar.
Yeah, most important, you should really focus on not being like that kind of performer who does just the homework. It does you really need to make the crowd enjoy your music and to entertain.
Okay.
Because sometimes there's a lot of new guys. They think the live is just placing the sounds and that's it. You need to make it as more as interactive as you can.
Okay.
You should be like able to have a conversation with the people.
Ok, no, lo que menciona es que por más que hagan un live set, nunca deben perder la cuestión de la conexión con la gente y el hecho de que no sea simplemente ejecutar cosas como si fuera una tarea y todo robótico, sino realmente interactuar con la gente y no olvidar que nada, están tocando para gente, que eso es muy importante y es cierto que a veces en los live set no sucede. I have a question que me hicieron personalmente, una pregunta. Do you have some date for a gig, or it's not only in the near future?
Some dates, like gigs, you mean?
Yes. You have some gigs in the future?
Yeah, I mean we have things confirmed, but we still have to wait. Like things are changing day by day, so
Okay, for today, there's nothing confirmed as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are, but they are keeping postponing them.
Okay, let me see. Here one said, do you use Ableton Push in your set? No, eso se lo puedo contestar yo.
Depends. I did some live sessions, performance
¿Sí?
with, like the
no
one
sabía.
for the, so yeah, I was telling you, like the movie director was asking me to make the soundtrack, and then there was an event in Barcelona, at the Filmoteca de Catalunya. So I had to perform live. So I had to kind of stick to a structure, you know. And so I was also alone. So with the push, I was helping myself to, you know, keep the track, because I needed to really follow the images, and it was like a hard job to do, like, you know, improvising. So I need to re-perform the something that I've done before.
Okay, perfecto.
It depends always on the how you say, the goal you want to reach. It's better to stick to something like more structured, but you know.
Ok. Bueno, ahí mencionó, perdón por internet, ahí parece que se movió un poquito. Mencionó que para un evento de lo que es lo de la película en España, en Cataluña, tuvo que hacer una performance live y tuvo que utilizar el live push, así que sí, hubo una vez un gig, que, bueno, no es un gig, es una performance, que tuvo que usar el Ableton Push. Bueno, a ver, vamos con las últimas por acá. Acá veo uno que pregunta, estaría bueno que hable un poco de sus primeros encuentros con sellos, está bueno. Your first label in Couch, like the first conversation with a label or the first...
Okay, so yeah, it basically changed a lot my vision of approaching labels and discussing with that. Because in the beginning I was not aware of the word that was behind, you know, like I was like, you know, I want to release on whatever, like a big label like Cocoon, Life and Death, or, you know, stuff like that. But I didn't know the process, so I was trying different ways. But of course, something really important you should be aware of is that a connection, like with a real artist, it's much stronger, you know. So you should always try to squeeze in the booth and try to meet the artist you want to talk to in person. And I'm not saying that you have to be a stalker, but sometimes it can work.
That's the reason why you're here, basically. Because I wanted to talk to you when you came to Argentina.
Exactly. And you know, like, as I said, we artists, we've been to at your side, you know, we're still at that point. I mean, once we want to approach a label, we don't know the owner and stuff. Yeah, they know us because we have a name, but sometimes it's also good to build a relationship with the person. And then you bring in the music, you say, I'm working on a new project, and, you know, like things like that. And, you know, it's always like gonna work if you know the person in reality. It's gonna work better. It's more easy. It's easier that they, you know, they will listen to your music. Like recently, for example, nowadays times are changing. So for example, my brother did a track and he sent it to, there was a Nina Kravitz. She was asking for giving, you know, sending music to her because she had to do a streaming. And so she just made a post on Facebook. So my brother came to me and said, should I make a track and should I send my tracks to Nina? I was like, I don't think it's a smart idea because she's never gonna listen to it. And then my brother didn't send the track, but at the end, like one day before, it was like, fuck it, I wanna send it. He sent the track, Nina listened to it, and, you know, she played, and now she's releasing my brother on her label. So this, I'm telling you the story just to say there are different kind of approach if you want to release music. But first of all, take out of your head, nothing is impossible. Because if you really believe in something, that's gonna happen. But you need to believe and, you know, make it like with the right steps, you know.
Okay, so maybe it's a good advice that when an artist with a label came to Argentina, maybe we can approach, not stalking, but approach the artist personally. That would be a good advice for you. Try to talk, if you can, personally.
No.
Bueno, básicamente lo que menciona que me parece muy bueno es que le da mucha importancia a la relación personal, no tanto a la cuestión del envío de mail y demás, y él cree que es muy importante y más fácil de que un label escuche tu música y decida que edites en él si conoces a las personas. Entonces, si bien obviamente no hay que stalkear ni molestar al artista, digamos, simplemente tratando de ponerse en contacto y demás, él considera que es la mejor manera para poder hacer un approach con el artista. Que de hecho, yo lo cuento, es la manera de que, por la cual, a fin de cuentas, él está hoy acá. Yo lo que hice el año pasado fue escribirle digamos, a la gente que manejaba Agent of Time para proponerle que vengan a Sonica a dar una charla. Y a fin de cuentas a ellos les gustó la idea, me dijeron que sí, charlamos, yo lo fui a buscar al hotel y lo traje para acá, tuvimos una buena relación, seguimos charlando y nada, hoy por hoy hace de... Es posible, por ejemplo, que, no sé, yo le mande un track mío, por ejemplo, y él me lo escucha, que ya ha pasado varias veces y me da una devolución. Y quizás si yo no hubiera hecho el esfuerzo para conocerlo personalmente, eso no hubiera sucedido. Entonces, él le da mucha importancia a lo que es la relación personal. Y lo que dice el hermano para Gonzalo es que le había dicho que le preguntó si le parecía correcto mandarle a Nina Kravis, que había subido a Facebook, que estaba recibiendo música para un streaming, y Fedele le dijo que no se lo iba a escuchar, y él se lo mandó igual un día antes, y lo escuchó y lo puso, y ahora ella lo quiere para su label. Entonces,
No, está afuera ya.
claro, bueno, que nada, que
No,
no es una cuestión de... Dime.
sí, sí, para decir que están diferentes métodos de approach, ¿no?
Claro, sí, sí, no, eso lo menciona como, digamos, para mencionar que también se puede de una manera mandándolo y tampoco conociéndolo es 100% necesario, digamos, menciona una experiencia donde sin conocerlo personalmente lo pudo lograr. Bueno, ¿alguna pregunta más por ahí? ¿Alguno? Quiero que para cerrar, yo le pedí y me dijo que sí. ¿Cómo se llama el hermano? Dicen.
Sí. Se llama Beppe, el artístico Golden Virgo, así.
Golden Virgo, porque they want to listen that sound.
Sí. He released on my label, Obscura, and then he released on, like, I think yesterday, 19th of June, he released on, 3 days ago, he released on Nina Kravis label. I mean, and I was like, don't do this, but he did it and it works. So it's sometimes it happens via email or Facebook or whatever. Just be kind and don't be annoying, and like you will get listen, and then you will have a chance to talk and then say what you have in mind, and that's it.
Perfect. Buenísimo. ¿Alguna última pregunta? Yo quiero que después de cerrar, me gustaría que, porque sé que a ustedes les va a gustar, que muestre un poquito de un proyecto de Ableton, like a walkthrough for the groups of Ableton, just like showing things. Así que bueno, vamos con esas últimas. La última combinada. Which genres of electronic music you like and which you don't, and which artists like now you really like?
Well, because I want to create different things. I'm really discovering different kind of artists. It's not even electronic anymore. It's just going through different scenes and different sounds. Like, I don't know, I was listening a lot of jazz. I was listening to a lot of ambient music, and also, like, right now it's so hard for me because of the lockdown making dance music. And because you sit down and you're not experiencing a party or an event, and so it's hard to imagine, like, the dance mechanics and dance dynamics. So it's super hard. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys like a remix I did during the lockdown, which is gonna come out in July. And it was kind of hard for me, but I will show you later. I mean, now if you want.
Ok. Bueno, nada, ahí menciona que a veces sale de la música electrónica para escuchar cosas más dance, más pop, demás, para tener inspiración y porque le gusta también. Entonces, no es únicamente música electrónica lo que está escuchando. One artist that you really like on this moment?
There are so many. I mean, in the dance scene, I really like Damon G.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I was listening before I got the promo from Tiga and Audion.
Mm-hmm.
The new one is gonna be released on Turbo. I like Ter, for example, from Fantasy, which
Okay.
is the wife of Shalosi.
Okay.
Yeah, these are, I don't know, these are like, I think they're the good ones at the moment.
Okay, perfect. There's two guys now, Bautista before Juan Elbadin, that was asking if you want to leave an email for them to send maybe some music for you,
Sure.
if you want.
It would be really nice, and I listen almost to everything. No, everything too.
Yes, that's true. That's really true, I know. Eso es verdad, lo va a escuchar, créanme que lo va a escuchar.
Yeah, because it's like something I said to myself when I'm gonna be up there. I want people to, you know, to listen to my music, because sometimes it's not a matter of, you know, the music is good or not. It's a matter that the people, the artists, they will listen to it, and sometimes they don't, you know.
Yes.
And yeah, basically, I'm here, so now it's the time to show, you know, like that I care, and it's really important.
Y yo les cuento por mi experiencia personal, porque yo le he enviado varias veces tracks, que no es que él lo escucha y te dice, ah, qué bueno, ah, no me gustó tanto, sino que a mí me ha dado devolución muy puntual sobre ciertas cosas, de quizás estaría bueno cambiar esto, quizás iría por este lado, lo otro, lo cual para mí, imagínense, y para cualquier productor, lo importante que es. You give me some particular advice for my tracks, it's not like only it's okay or it's not okay. You really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I believe, you know, I have the experience. I mean, and you know, at some point, you know, it's good to give like good advices. You know, just not like saying this is good or not. You know, it's super important.
Yes. Bueno, gracias a todos por las preguntas, realmente estuvieron muy buenas. Y bueno, vamos a cerrar, si querés, estos últimos 10 minutos, last 10 minutes, till.
Yeah, I will show you the track I'm working on.
Con el Ableton. Así que nada, hasta acá llegué yo y vamos a disfrutar del Ableton. Y nada, gracias a todos por escuchar. Vamos a ver lo que mejor hace.